Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. This is your captain speaking. How are you? Happy Sunday. I hope you're having a good weekend. Microwave, how are you? How do I sound? I've got a new lavalier mic. I haven't done a ton of testing with it, so if it sounds really bad, I need to know. But I'm pretty sure it sounds really good because I did do some testing with it. We finally see the table. Yeah, you see the table, and look, with a push of a button, boom. Now you can see down here, so I can show you what I'm doing, and boom, switch right back. Power of a switcher, baby. Here, I can do some really tacky transitions too. Hang on. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that great? Why would I ever want to do this? I don't know, but I can. Whoa. Yeah, it's really cool, isn't it? It's really cool. The Indian Telenova vibes. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, you know it. Yeah, man, I have so many fucking wires running, you have no idea. I have power running to both cameras, as well as HDMI cables running to both cameras. Streamlabs app sucks. Another one in. I don't know what that means, Bob the Builder, but welcome to the stream. I don't know exactly what you're referring to, but what is the black box? This is a dock that I use. I can slide runners in it so that I have easy access to them, so I don't have to take up all of my space with runners. I had to get it imported from Japan, but it really helps with building models. It also conveniently blocks where the switcher's at because the GoPro kind of reacts awkwardly to the amount of light that it gives off. So that's nice. How are you today, Microwave? How are you today, Bob? How we doing, folks? Anyway, I'll get right to it. Today we're building this. It is a RX-78 with 7-Eleven branding all over it, which is hilarious. They actually sold these in 7-Elevens in Japan, and I had to get this imported because I wanted one. They have an app that works as a stream deck. Yeah, but that's not what I needed. I needed a device that could take multiple inputs that I could switch at the push of a button, because I'm not at my keyboard right now. I can't use it. 7-Eleven model Envy. I think it's like really cool. I don't actually like. This is one of the most like famous Gundam models ever. It's the original Gundam, like from the original Gundam anime, the RX-78. I don't have a normal RX-78 model, but I do have a 7-Eleven RX-78 model. Sorry, I keep looking over here because I'm distracted by being able to see myself. I should be looking at the camera and all. I miss 7-Eleven, their onigiri bangers. Dude, Japanese 7-Eleven are lit. I want to go to one. I wish, like, you know, you see pictures of them and it's like, they're so much nicer than English 7-Elevens, because our 7-Elevens are fucking disgusting. They're dirty, they're gross. And it's no good, man, it's no good. But we'll get this all laid out. It's going to be the same build as a normal RX-78. I've never built one before. I don't need this page. Go ahead and fold that page in half. Oh wait, I don't need to do that anymore either. It's actually been a while since I've actually built any models. I haven't really done any model building since I moved. I don't have as many anyway. No camera on Luna logging off. Luna's in my bedroom right now. What do you want? I don't have 3 cameras. Maybe she'll come up on the table. Sometimes she comes up on the table while I'm working on kits and makes a goddamn mess. All right. First things first, we gotta unpackage everything. We got some nice, beautiful 7-Eleven stickers. Ain't that? I love it. They're so pretty. And there's 7-Eleven logos all over it. Oh, they look great. Scorpion, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for joining us. Are you raiding again today? It's funny. I feel like you haven't been on a lot of live streams lately, but I also, like, I was thinking about it, I was like, I bet he's been watching, he's just been too busy raiding to actually talk to us. Just crafting MP potions in Final Fantasy 16, in Final Fantasy 14 still though. I always watch. I figured as much. You're a good boy. You're a good lad. I got a nice little chain here. I assume this will attach to one of the weapons or the guns or something. That's kind of, I don't, it's like, I think it's actually metal. I'm not sure. It feels like it's actually metal. It's kind of nifty. Isn't this nice? Isn't this nice? Just a push of a button and I can switch back and forth and show you what I want to show you. It's wonderful. The hammer, that makes sense. Chain looks like a snack. It looks good. It do be looking good though. I'll leave that one out. That's a frequently needed runner, so I'll keep that out. I got my trash can over here next to me too. Normally it sits in my kitchen, but I was nice and not lazy and I brought it over here so I could throw my stuff away. I love the setup, looks so professional. It looks, I mean like, the only problem I have is that I have to use my GoPro as a wide camera and the GoPro's quality is not the best, especially color-wise. I don't love the color. But I'm really excited about other things we can do here. Like we can use this same setup for doing yeah, totally blanks. Card opening videos, card opening streams, and then we got the kitchen right over there we can use for this, and then I don't know which one it has either, Bob. It's got a 7-Eleven hammer. That's what it's. Oh, let me switch. It's got a 7-Eleven hammer, which is just beautiful. I wonder. Oh, this is blank on the inside. It's got a 7-Eleven sign. It can smack people with a 7-Eleven sign. So ideally I'd be able to get like another one of these, like my mirrorless camera that I can set up as the wide camera, and then we'd have like really good quality. But this is still really nice. This is still really nice, and we can do a lot of other fun things here. We can do the card opening videos, like I mentioned. Like when fucking Halloween comes around, I could do a pumpkin carving stream if I wanted to. That's an option. We have that option now, and that's awesome. 7-Eleven Gundam, yeah. So it's an RX-78 model kit, which is one of the most famous model kits. I dropped the box on the floor, but you'll see it when it's built. But it's got 7-Eleven branding all over it. Look at our 7-Eleven stickers. Aren't they pretty? They sold these in Japanese 7-Elevens. Pretty sick. Petting Luna from different angles, stream win. I don't know about that. Put a lot of artwork on the wall to distract from the lower quality GoPro. Well, that's something else I was just about to mention. I finally bought a bookshelf. I've been waiting for the Billy bookcase to get those bookcases because I like those bookcases, but I got fucking tired of waiting. I've had my books in boxes for months now. I bought a bookshelf. It should be here this week, so maybe a model building maybe a furniture building live stream soon too. And I think I'm gonna push this table out from the wall a little bit, and I'm going to put the bookshelves back here so we have something nice to look at. I can have my books and my Gundam kits here rather than just this big white wall with my lights barely in the picture. I think that'll be nice. But anyway, we're gonna get building here. What are y'all up to today? How's everybody doing? Let me push this out because it's the light reflecting off it makes it look really bad. And I usually build on top of the instructions, but I have a little more space here than I would normally sitting at my desk, so it works out. Japan is wild. Put up a cat girl poster. I got a cat girl tapestry. I'll just get like a statue of a life-size cat girl and we'll use that. How does that sound? Would that work for you? I'm trying different protein shakes and they all taste bad. I have never had a protein shake that tastes good. I mean, they're not like terrible, but they also aren't good. And I do occasionally drink those just because I am a very unhealthy person and they are full of delicious, tasty things. Don't mind the beeping, that's from my camera. I was just bringing up the ISO a little bit. I plan on touching grass for the first time in like 3 weeks. We'll see how that goes. You're gonna go outside for once? Do you play baseball anymore? I remember back in the day you used to like disappear from my streams for a while because you were playing baseball. Have you given up baseball for Final Fantasy 14? That was a long time ago. We haven't heard about baseball in a while. I did give up baseball. Weak. You could have been a famous baseball man. Whether chug it and try to fidget the taste or make into a smoothie. What? What are you saying? Oh, we're talking about the protein shake still. I can't have raw fruit, but I might microwave a banana and mash it. I don't like the idea of microwaving a banana. That's just kind of an awful concept, to be real with you. I mean, I don't want to hate the player. You're just trying to get those gains, but oof. Mostly because I felt forced to do it. That's valid. My parents always forced me to play soccer. And I never liked soccer because soccer is very tiring. It's a lot of running up and down the field constantly over and over. And so I would complain about how much I hated going to the soccer practices, and they'd be like, "Well, if you don't like it, then stop playing." And I was like, "Okay, great. I'd love to stop playing." And they're like, "No, you can't stop playing. You need to play a sport." They'd always do like, "If you don't like it, stop playing." But it was like, I don't like it. I'd love to stop playing. What's the misunderstanding here, Mom and Dad? I don't get the issue. I'm realizing now that it might have been better to backlight this a little bit because my hands are creating shadows that are making the pieces very hard to see. But this is a learning experience. We got to try different things before we can figure out what works. Oh, geez, that's not a very good number. Everyone hates warm bananas, but it's actually good. It's just sweet mush, but then again, I don't struggle with the textures in food. I definitely do. You tried Torani syrup in the mix to mask flavors? Torani syrup is like crazy sugary, I think. So I don't know if that would be good. Then again, I guess you aren't doing it for diet's sake. You're doing it for gain's sake. Dude, people at World Market used to go crazy for those fucking Torani syrups, and World Market had like the worst way of managing that. They would put them on sale. They would put them on sale constantly, but they would do like really specific sales where they were like, "Oh, these 3 flavors are on sale." And then they give you this big ass sign that like has in fine print which flavors are on sale. And so customers would like just bring up any Torani flavor and it wouldn't be on sale, and we'd have to explain like only XYZ are actually on sale. Not all of them. And it was such a pain in the ass. Like, why would you ever put just some of the flavors on sale? And then not make it abundantly clear. That's the thing. They always make it the employee's problem. They make it really small on the sales sign so people are more likely to pick up flavors that aren't on sale, so that when they get to the register and realize they aren't on sale, they'll just buy it anyway because they've already got it. They've already got this idea in their head that they're going to be having it. And then we get yelled at for their poor signage. Yeah, manipulative sales tactics that just make it worse for the employees who already have it hard enough. But you know how companies work. We never have it hard enough. That's just not a thing. I have to adjust where the focus is at here. Sorry, my camera makes really loud beeping noises, and since it's like right next to my mic, I'm sure you guys are getting it full blast. It's finding weird stuff to focus on. I should change which autofocus it's going for. There we go. That ought to work a little better. It's just a little squeak. Okay, good. Like I said, I haven't done super much testing with this microphone. I just kind of made sure it was at a good volume and then applied my normal audio processing to it. Feels good. Feels good to just work on a little model kit. Like I said, I haven't done this in a while. I got my Godzilla kit, by the way. I can't remember if I mentioned that to you guys or not. I mean, I know I told you about it, but I don't know if I mentioned that I actually got it. It came. It finally came. And apparently my Denji Nendroid finally shipped. So I'm starting to get some of those pre-orders I placed like the same time last year. When are you building it? I think I'll save it for a stream once we have this like whole process a little more locked down. That's my thinking. I'm thinking like, you know, since I paid all this money for this thing, I want to get my money's worth out of it. So I want to, you know, do these more IRL-ish streams a little more often. So, you know, we'll do Captain's Kitchen live like once a month or whatever. And then, you know, switch between like Magic cards and model building. And so I'll, you know, start a kit on stream and just like every time I'll just work on that one kit on stream until it's done, and that's how we'll do it. So if I don't finish this one today, which seems unlikely, it's pretty easy kit. If I don't finish this one today, we'll pick it up on the next model building stream, and then, you know, eventually we'll work our way towards the Godzilla, Mecha Godzilla model kit. I realize why I like Thriller Bark. I just like it when the protagonists effortlessly beat the absolute shit out of bad guys. Really? I guess I can see that. It is kind of one of the first arcs where they're just kind of they just get to be strong. I just think Thriller Bark's a lot of fun. Oh, it's Mechagodzilla, but even better. Oh yeah, did I not? Were you not here when I talked about this? I have this really cool kit that I pre-ordered a long time ago. It is Mechagodzilla with Evangelion Unit 1 colors. You know, like the purple and green. It looks really fucking cool. I don't like overpowered characters all the time, but sometimes it's like a little treat. Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha. That's fair enough. I already lined that one. Did I just do this one? I did. I'm losing track of what I'm doing already. I'm distracted by chat. The more you talk about this model, the cooler it sounds. It is so fucking cool. It is unbelievably cool. Like it's gonna blow your mind when you see it. It was really, really expensive, but I think it was worth it. This piece isn't going in very well. That's fine. It'll get pushed in once I attach the next piece. Come on, you motherfucker. Okay, that's in better now. Wait, is it Godzilla or just a lobster? I kind of want a lobster EVA. I want the lobster kits too. There are, I think I talked about this on stream at some point. There are, they created, like, they're literally fucking crayfish with Evangelion mecha, like, parts and colors, which is hilarious. I want those, but I don't have that. I have a Mecha Godzilla with Evangelion colors. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the lobster came from. How did people come up with this? I don't know. I have no idea where that concept came from. But yeah, it's a thing. There are lobster model kits out there. They look good too. Like they're not lazy at all. Ooh. Okay, we got the start of a chest piece. Let me see. How hard would it be for me to adjust one of the lights right now? I don't like how dark it is over here because I didn't think about the fact that my hands would be casting shadows on it. Because I'm a dumbhead. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can adjust this. Let me put it on the wide camera while I try to deal with this. I'm just gonna move one of the cameras over a bit more to my side and kind of angle it down more. That's the plan. And it's gonna fuck with the lighting on the wide shot a little bit, but that's hardly the more important shot, you know? Okay, it creates an awkward glow over here, but it doesn't look awful. Oh, that's the strong camera. Hang on. I gotta adjust power levels too. Just bring that down a little bit. By the way, my sister somehow got my parents to try One Piece. Really? How are they liking it? That's actually kind of better lighting. That actually gives me a little bit of a better glow, doesn't it? Puts a nice shadow on my face. That's actually kind of nice. And then, yeah, that's much better. That's much better. I mean, it's still not great, but it's much better. Yeah, we like that. Adjust power levels. I do. You can control how bright it is. So I've got this. This is my main light. This is up at 100%. Which means it's really, really fucking bright. And over here, I had this one at 80% so that there would still be a bit of shadow on my face, but I dropped it down to 75 because now that it's this close to me, it's lighting theory, okay? It's important stuff. I'll be sweating so much under all these lights. They're not hot. They're a little hot. They warm up, but they're not hot. They're LEDs, so it's all right. Oh shoot, there's a bunch of... See, the lighting's helping me now. There's a bunch of spots I didn't panel line here. Because I didn't see them. It was much easier to work with, actually. Anything else I missed? Nope, that appears to be it. How are your fingernails doing? You can do an ultra close-up now. They look good. They're really long right now. That's just a speck of plastic. They're really long right now. And it looks like my fingers are bleeding, and they're not. I have specks of red plastic all over them already. But yeah, they look good. Thank you for asking. I have not gone back to biting them. I was worried I was gonna go back to biting my nails when I moved because I was so stressed out, and biting my nails used to be a stress reaction, but it actually wasn't an issue. They look really good. Thank you. I think so too. Ooh, pink pieces. I like pink pieces. A7, which I think is also a pink piece. Yeah, we got these pink pieces. They look cute. This is literally like, and just so we're all on the same page, like to show how how it's obviously just actually the same as the RX-78 but 711. This is actually just the normal RX-78 kit's instruction manual. Here, I can show it on the big screen. This is just the actual RX-78 instruction manual. It's got all original RX-78 on it. And they just have this separate sticker guide for the 711 specific stuff. They literally just they took the normal RX-78 kit and they gave you some different colored plastic to work with. I love that. It's hilarious. Speaking of stickers, we have to put some on here soon. Or now, actually. Well, once we get these parts picked off. It's really nice. It's really nice being able to just cut to the wide camera to show you guys stuff. And then once we're done building it, I'll be able to show it off a little more easily than I could before. I'm sorry to sneeze in your ear like that. Ugh. And then this new lavalier mic will also allow me to do VR streams a little more easily. which is nice. I love doing VR streams. It's just like my audio was always shit during them, so I always like looked back at the footage and I was like, that fucking it sounded terrible. And I know people don't care about that as much as I do, but it bugged me enough that I didn't like doing the VR streams anymore. But I love doing VR streams because I think they're hilarious. There's so much more room for comedy in a VR stream. You can make videos of you cutting out the parts and nothing else. I feel like there's an audience for that. You're probably right. I could probably throw that on r/oddly satisfying, and that would be, you know, big upvotes, big updoots for me. What makes audio sound terrible? I mean, there's a number of things. You know, there's clarity. Shit, this runner got stuck in the dock somehow. Come on, you. Oh shit! Don't push that one out the other side. Fuck. There's, you know, clarity is important. You need to be able to like actually understand whatever the sound is. Let me try pulling it out the other side. Whatever the sound is supposed to be. Jesus Christ. You know, like if you can't understand what someone's saying, that's bad audio, obviously. Come on, bro. I don't want to break you to get you out here. What is it? What is stuck? I don't understand what's stuck here. Haha, got it. I don't. Oh, you know what? It's this little tab here. You see this little tab overhanging? It was stuck on the back end. That's why it couldn't come out. So clarity is important. You need to be able to understand what's actually being, you know, shown through the audio. Fullness, which is it's an easier thing to show than to describe. And I've talked about this a bit with like Scorpion, because I gave him some pointers for his own stream. But you know, microphones by default record very flat sounding audio, which is a good thing. That's a very good thing. That's not a criticism. Both with video and with audio, you want something that records very flat, because the flatter it is, the more you're able to work with it on the post-production end of things. But that means some work needs to be done, right? So I can turn them off right now and you'll hear it immediately. I have audio processing that increases the amount of bass in my voice, increases the amount of treble in my voice, so that it sounds more full, so you hear more dynamic range of what I'm saying, and then I can turn it back on and you can immediately hear how much better it sounds. So, you know, the fullness of audio is very important. And I think like my old lavalier mic recorded, I mean, like it recorded so flat that it was like unsalvageable. Like you couldn't like fix it. It always sounded flat no matter how much work I put into like trying to make it not sound flat. And I really didn't like that. And it just kind of like, it sounded tinny is how I would describe it. It sounded tinny. It sounded like metallic. And that's not a good thing either. And so I'd always look at it and I'd be like, man, this... Oh, it also peaked really badly. It had a really bad peaking problem. Like I wouldn't have to raise my volume that much at all and it would just peak. And like no matter how much I like turned down the sensitivity, it would still do that. And then, you know, if I turned down the sensitivity too much, then, you know, you wouldn't be able to hear me when I was getting quiet. So with this new lav, I haven't had any problems with peaking, and I've been able to, you know, put my compressors and my equalization on it so it sounds really nice. It's also like, it's a lot less bulk, like it's so small. Like I don't even know if you, I mean, I'm sure you notice it because it's tugging down on my shirt, but it's just this little thing. My old lavalier, the way it was this size. I bought these kind of like future-proofing myself, right? So I bought these Rode wireless lavalier, and this thing actually has a microphone on it. It has a microphone on the top. I don't know if you can see it right there. And so I would use this as a lavalier and have to clip it to my shirt, and it's just this giant bulky thing. And like all the time it would like flip in so it was facing my chest and you wouldn't be able to hear me. And so I bought this with the intention of buying a lavalier to connect to it later, but then it ended up being so bad that I couldn't really use it that much. It's never a bad idea to have a good lav. Yeah, I wanted to get a lav for a long time, a decent lav for a long time for Captain's Kitchen too. because the shotgun microphone would, I'd point it down towards my face, but it would, the sound would reflect off of the ceiling and it would echo really bad in my kitchen. And I always really hated that. So I always wanted to get a nice lavalier mic, but they're expensive. And so when I decided to buy the switcher, so I can do Captain's Kitchen Live, I decided to also invest in a lavalier mic. And it just so happened that Rode had recently released a new lavalier mic that is decently inexpensive. This one only cost $100. And I think it's really nice for that cost. I feel like I could buy a $200 lavalier and I would get just about the same quality out of it. Good mics are sure expensive. I remember talking to Scorpion about this at some point. Like, there are some things in the video world that you can cheap out on. You can cheap out on lights. You can cheap out on cameras too. But you can't cheap out on audio. If you compromise on the amount you want to spend on a microphone, you're gonna notice it. If you want good audio, you have to put in the cash, and that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that we don't have cheaper, more accessible options. The worst part too is it's not that that producing those things isn't impossible. It's not impossible to make it cheaper. They just don't, because no people will pay. Audio technology has gotten so much more advanced over the years. It's not impossible for them to create like a really good cheap microphone. They just don't, because people will buy the expensive ones. It's unfortunate. Might alter the autofocus a little bit more too. No. Trying to find the right balance of autofocus. See, if I use this autofocus, it focuses on the closest thing to the camera, which tends to be my hand rather than the piece. So that's not ideal. But this one, like, the amount of space that it actually autofocuses on is very little. So I have to be like in a really, really specific zone. I wish I had a lens that could have a wider depth of field at such a close angle, but I don't, so it is what it is. Some of these nubs are really hard to get off. Lenses are, oh my God, lenses are so expensive. The lenses are the worst because, there's so many different kinds and they all have their uses, and there's really no one lens that fits all purposes. But they're all so expensive that if you want like a full kit of like lenses that are gonna fit all of your needs, it's thousands of dollars. Just for lenses, not even for the cameras themselves, just for the lenses. It's really unfortunate. I want to get like more lenses for this camera, because the lens I have right now, it's a nice lens, but it's a short lens. It can't zoom in very far, and it doesn't have the greatest wide angle abilities. So I'd love to have some more options for this camera, but like you said, they're really expensive. Are cameras like super overpriced, or am I being a dumbass? I don't know enough about camera parts market to comment on that, to be real with you. I know microphones tend to be really overpriced. I wouldn't be shocked if cameras are as well. But at the same time, there are companies out there that have produced decent, cheap options for cameras. They just aren't usually talked about because they don't have the same quality standards as something like Canon or Nikon. Like, you can buy a cheap camera from like a lesser known brand and it'll serve you well, but it won't serve you nearly as well as shelling out the cash for a proper camera. Just because they don't have as much good of like quality assurance. Like batteries, for example. There's this whole meme about like, if you buy like a camera, you need to buy like the manufacturer recommended batteries for it. And it sounds like a marketing thing. It sounds like, oh, we want you to buy our proprietary technology, otherwise, you're gonna be out of warranty or fucking whatever. But like, legitimately speaking, Camera manufacturers tend to put a lot of effort into making, like, sorry, don't mind this for a second. I'll cut to the wide angle so you don't have to see that. Wait, now I can't see it because we're using, I gotta switch. I'm gonna switch to manual focus and see if we can fuck around with that a little bit. I just gotta remember where it's at. There you are. It sounds like a scam. It does, but like legitimately speaking, camera manufacturers put a lot of work into quality assurance to ensure that like your batteries last a long time and hold a charge for a long time, and they're expensive as a result. If you buy like the cheapo, like if you buy like the cheapo batteries that will work with your camera, they will, off of Amazon, they aren't going to last as long. You'll get it, and it'll have the same battery life as, your proprietary one. And you're gonna think like, oh man, it's such a deal. I was a dumbass for ever thinking that I needed to buy directly from the manufacturer. But give it a year of like proper use, and the battery life goes down like nobody's business. I have experience with this. This is a real thing. I have one for my DSLR. I have one Canon battery that came with my camera when I got it in 2016, and I have one like Amazon purchased battery that fits and works in my camera. And I want to say I bought that battery in like 2018 when I would have started like Captain's Kitchen or something, just a backup for doing that kind of thing. And I've used those two batteries in the frame of time that I've had them. I've used both of those batteries a lot. And the non-Canon one, its battery life right now sucks ass. It dies in like half an hour. So that, it's a real thing. Like my Canon battery works fine still. I've never had issues with its battery life. But the non-Canon one, that thing fucking sucks. I use it literally like nowadays. If I use that camera, I use that battery while I'm setting up, and then I switch to the proper battery when I actually need to film something. I don't actually use it when I'm recording because it doesn't last long enough. And so yeah, I bought that battery for $20 compared to $70 from Canon, but now I need to rebuy one, and eventually the cost would just outweigh itself. So yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot with the video world that is really expensive, and some of it is warranted and a lot of it isn't. A lot of it is not. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that we live in an age when video production is more accessible than ever, yet at the same time it's still super inaccessible. I always think if you live, e.g. in Brazil, these tech products are out of your reach. Oh, it's absurd. It's unfortunate, man. It's really unfortunate. Like, I remember my friend Andre, who I used to work with at World Market. He's from Brazil. And I remember one time I saw him in a GameStop. I was at a GameStop and I saw him and I went to talk to him. And he was telling me like he had to go back to Brazil for a little bit. And he wanted some games to play while he was there. And so he was picking them up while he was still in America, because he was showing me, he was like, this $60 game here would cost like $200 in Brazil. I was like, oh my God, that's insane. It's like, it's the same fucking game. I think Brazil gets a special version. So yeah, he asked me for some game suggestions. He was picking up like a bunch of Assassin's Creed games, and I was like, don't go with Assassin's Creed, bro. I'll point you in the right direction. I got him some real suggestions, some real shit. What did you recommend? Man, I don't remember. That was years ago. That was like 2017, 2018. I honestly can't remember what I told him to buy. I just told him not to buy Assassin's Creed. I was like, they're okay, but there's a lot better games for the same price. Did you show them Bloodborne and Dark Souls? No, I wasn't playing Bloodborne and Dark Souls at the time. I don't think. No, I think no. I had played Dark Souls 3, but that was it. And I think I'd beaten it once. I wasn't nearly as much of a fan of them as I am today. We got some stickers. Which stickers do I need? Oh, these are... Shit, that might be a problem. No, we're okay. We're okay. We need E and O. You can tell it's an older model kit. This is something they changed. You can tell it's an older model kit because on older sticker sheets, they would use katakana to label the stickers. You got A, I, U, Ka, Ki. But they eventually changed that once they realized there's a more international market for it. They changed it to numbers, since numbers are a lot more internationally recommended. Or a lot more internationally recognized. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. Which one goes on which side? Yeah, it goes on the back. Shit, that's not quite right. I always have to get like laser focused when I'm putting on stickers because they're just really specifically placed. Have you been playing anything new recently? Not anything off stream, no. I've been putting in the fucking work on this Chainsaw Man video, and let me tell you, this script is coming together like nobody's business. It is so fucking long. It is so fucking long in its first draft. I definitely I have to shorten it, because right now it's more than 20 pages long, and I'm still not done with it. But it's really coming together, and I'm really looking forward to making that video. But no, I have not been playing anything off stream. I played a little bit of Dead Cells recently because Dead Cells had a new DLC drop, and originally I was going to play that on stream, but I realized that Dead Cells isn't a great stream game. So I just kind of played it on my own, and the new DLC is great. They added a bunch of really cool new weapons. But then I played Inscription yesterday on stream, and dude, Inscription's going fucking off, dude. That game got weird. Scorpion, if you're planning to play that game still, do not watch my most recent streams or any further streams. It's getting fucking weird. But I highly recommend that game. It's really fucking good. Is LFG, let's fucking go. It was already weird from the start. Yeah, it got weirder. It got weirder yesterday. It got really fucking weird. It's really cool now. But yeah, shit got weird. Shit took a turn. On a newer kit, this model or this neck piece that I'm putting a sticker onto would just be a separate piece in a different color. They figured out how to do that. Because these sticker pieces are a pain in the ass. They usually don't stick very well. I lived for half a year now. Me and my roommate still haven't played D&D. I've lived here for half a year now, but me and my roommate, oh damn, weren't they supposed to teach you how? I would love to start like a D&D podcast sometime. I wouldn't be able to be the DM, but like D&D podcasts are so fucking funny. There's so much room for funny shit in D&D. Give me my pliers, bitch. Not having the best time trying to get this little piece in here, to be honest with you. He don't want to go in. It's possible I'm trying to put it in the wrong side, but I'm pretty sure this is right. There we go. They wrote that they played D&D in the apartment ad. I got scammed. You should call them out for that. You should be like, I was told there would be D&D. I want my security deposit back. Unless you didn't pay a security deposit because they already paid it or whatever. Why is my camera not? There we go. I don't know why it stopped focusing for a second. Please do so that I can understand how to play. Like I get the concept, but I've never seen a group play. It's one of those things you have to find someone experienced and play it for yourself. It's realistically speaking, only the dungeon master needs to know how to play. It is so easy for a dungeon master to direct you to play right. So really, like I played with Kyler and Sean. Kyler and Sean both know how to play D&D. I can't tell you the specifics of certain things because I don't understand it myself. It's like it's such an open-ended game. Like you can literally do like for every turn you can just do whatever the fuck you want. Really the only limitation is just like, oh, you have to roll the right dice at the right time, and that's what your DM needs to know how to play. Find a good DM, yes. A good DM will make or break your experience with D&D. There are some DMs who want to be like super controlling and wanted to like, you know, make sure the fucking heroes stay on their journey or whatever, and they can't fuck around at all, and that's not fun at all. What you want is someone like Kyler. Kyler is a great DM. Him and I played once, and I like to go hard on like just like really goofy improv shit when I play D&D. And so I had this whole meme where like we found this town, this like abandoned town, and I kept going into the town shops and shit, and I kept looking to I kept going into like the shops' warehouses and finding And I'd go into their back room and I'd ask him, like, I need to do a perception check to find out how much dust there is in their warehouse. And I would just obsess over how much dust there was everywhere. And we went into this one fucking warehouse, and there was a bunch of like sheets, and they were all dusty. And so I took the sheets and I put them on, and they became like part of my outfit. I just wore like really dusty sheets. And so the next session that we had together, he came to me and he was like, Mac, I had an idea. What if we took this dust thing and we turned it into a mechanic? And so he created this whole fucking thing where, like, as I was playing, I would slowly accumulate stacks of dust, and then I could use those stacks of dust to like boost my attack power. So that's the kind of DM that you want. You want someone who's just gonna lean into the stupid shit you come up with. You don't want the guy who's gonna be like, no, you can't do that. That's against the rules. Kyler's an incredible DM. Like, really, like he makes D&D so much fun. Sean's great too. Don't get me wrong. They're both great DMs. Like the reason I like D&D as much as I do, despite how little I've played, is because I had those two to like do it for me. We got the chess piece done. Boom. Boom jams. Gonna toss that over there or something. Next we gotta do the head. Oh, the head's always a pain in the ass because they're really tiny. Tiny head for the lab. Can you hear like the sounds of me snapping off the pieces really well? Is that why you mentioned that microwave? These are like ASMR. Max snips pieces off a runner. This piece is really hard to get off. Their heads may be small, but their hearts are big. I can, it's relaxing. That's good. That's nice. I'm glad. Like popping bubble wrap. I see. That's relatable. That's hashtag relatable. The snap is a bit quiet, but I mention it because I remember watching people peeling stickers and nothing else. There's something good about like satisfying videos. There's something really nice about just watching like something that's very nice, very satisfying. Oh no, where did that go? There you are. Look at that little piece. Look at that little piece. I had to stick this into something. Are there any other pieces I'm missing, or did I get them all? I have a lot of stickers to apply. I always hate doing the eye stickers. Here's, I'll show you what I'm talking about. These are the eye stickers. Let me just zoom in on that so you can see really well. Wow, wow, wow. Crazy shit. The eye stickers are kind of horrible to put on because the space you're putting them onto is tiny. I have to put it on this little piece here. And like the piece is curved, so it has to like be on really right or just it'll fall off. 711 RX-78. Yeah, let me pull up the box so I can show you what I'm talking about. Hellhander, hang on a second. It is the normal RX-78 you've come to know and love, but with 711 branding all over it. It's pretty fucking cool. How are you today, by the way? Welcome to the stream. I'm always fascinated by the existence of satisfying videos. Like in the 1800s, people thought we would have flying cars, but instead we watch people squish slime. Hey, sometimes it's just really nice to watch a woodworker, perfectly fit a piece into another piece. It's like solving a puzzle in the video game. It's just like, Just got off of work. Nice. Ready for another day of relaxing. Chilling out. Maxing, relaxing, all cool. Playing some b-ball outside of the school. There's this guy on TikTok. He's the only TikTok account I follow because I see his videos get posted on r/oddlysatisfying all the time. So I was like, I should probably follow this guy. And he's just like a watch repairman, and he just repairs watches, and they're so They're so fucking satisfying to watch. They're great. I've never watched Fresh Prince. I know that song. I just know that song. Yeah, well, me too. I saw some Fresh Prince when I was young, but it was like on its way out when I was a kid. I have no classes for 2 months, and man, I'll be watching so much anime. Gotta catch up with that One Piece, right? You gotta catch up to where Scorpion's at, so he feels bad about not reading more. Gotta shame him. Shame him for not doing his homework. Where is Scorpio at? He's at Whole Cake Island, which is the arc right before the current arc. So he's much further than you at the moment. Episode wise, it's in like the 900s. No, that's not right. It's more like 800s, I think. I might just wait for the current arc to be over. I mean, you don't have long, if that's the case. It's very much getting to a mounting point. All of the big players, except for the main bad, have been defeated. I'd give it a solid like 2-3 months left. That might even be overshooting it. It might be done in the next month. I mean, they still won't leave Wano for a while, but like the battle will be over. Oh, Wano is a place. I thought it was a fun way to say One Piece. No, Wano is an island. Wano is where the story is at right now. Wano is like up there with Enies Lobby and Dressrosa in terms of story importance. It's a very big arc. It's a very long, I think it's the new longest arc. I think Dressrosa was the longest until Wano, if I remember correctly. But Wano is like crazy long. But it's also crazy important, so that makes sense. I thought the same. You thought Wano was just One Piece but funny? That's interesting. Fun fact, this was in a really, really early SBS, like way back in the day. But, you know, in the One Piece logo, right? So the O in one is the Straw Hats Jolly Roger, and the I in Peace is like a little Luffy character. Little Japanese kids back in the day didn't realize that those were letters, so they used to call One Piece Nep-Ease when they were reading it off of the English characters. So when Oda had to go in on an SBS on one of his question corners in a volume and clarify that no, it's in fact One Piece, not Nep-Ease. Be getting all these fucking fan letters. Like, I love Nep East. Oh. Good shit. These little slats I'm trying to get color into are so small, it's not like getting in there. It's completely getting on the outside, but it's not getting in there at all. Oh no, it's getting in there a little bit. Okay, that's good. I can see where it comes from too. One thing I will give to One Piece is that it is super good for watching while eating because it's not super gross. That's true. It's just kind of cute and fun. Unless fucking Treble's on screen from Dressrosa. That guy's fucking disgusting. Snot-nosed motherfucker. I legitimately hate that guy. Not for like the terrible person that he is, just because he's so gross to look at. Fuck Treble, man. The violence is still quite cartoonish. I haven't caught up with Demon Slayer because I can't find non-lunch to watch it, and it's so gross. Don't watch it. Just don't waste your time with Demon Slayer. It's not much worth watching. The minor villains. You didn't like the. I like a lot of the cards. I enjoyed, you know, the Pika versus Zoro fight. I think that's really good. But I hated Treble. Treble was terrible. he was so ungodly gross that he was just uncomfortable to look at. I didn't like Lao G. I did like well, I mean, I do like Baby 5 too, but I really liked Senor Pink, mostly just because of the awkward man friendship that him and Frankie found. And also their fight is quite fun. And also his backstory is a real tearjerker. Haha, funny man wear diaper. Oh no, his backstory is tragic. Senior Pink was awesome, yeah. I want to watch Demon Slayer that they have guys with big tits in there. I hate the character designs. They're so distracting. Like the one guy who's like really important in this season, whose name I don't even remember because they're all so fucking forgettable. His design is fucking god awful. It's just such like there's just so much to look at. You can't like process any of it. The guy with all the wives, what's his name? Who wears the really audacious headband thing. Fucking hate his design. It pisses me off. It actively makes me angry how shit his design is. Uzui, that's it. That guy. I fucking hate that guy. He has too much going on. There's too much. He looks like a DeviantArt character. It's like when you design a character, I think it's important, and I'm coming at this from a non-artist perspective, but from my time evaluating character designs, I feel like it's important to have like a couple characteristics to like draw the attention to. You know, like Luffy has his straw hat, Zoro has his swords, Frankie has his hair. You know, it's important to have like three like at most, I would say, things for, to define a character. And that guy just has too many things. There are too many things about his character design for you to like really identify with any of it. I hate the character design of the guy from Comey Can't Communicate because he has this awful flower-shaped thing on his head. Who, the main character? I don't know any of the characters, but... It's kind of like with graphic design. You know, like... Sometimes, like, when you're designing something, and this was something I was doing with my emotes, I would zoom out really far so I could see them really small. You need to make sure that, like, even from afar, you can, like, recognize what the fuck's happening. And so it's important not to have too much going on that it becomes distracting to look at. And that's just something that the fucking Demon Slayer guy does. The Demon Slayer mangaka just does not seem to understand. Every character has, like, too much going on. Like, what's his name? Rengoku, the fire guy? Their hair, like that whole family's hair, is so awful to look at. It distracts from anything else that you would want to see about that character. And same with like the big boob lady. You can't even appreciate her gigantic tits because she has that awful pink and green hairstyle thing. Like, oh, it's part of her character. No one liked her because of her fucking weird hair. And no, it just looks like shit. That's why no one liked it. I don't remember her name. I just remember she had big tits. And stupid hair. I can definitely tell which character designs are good when I draw them because sometimes I want to change something and suddenly it's another regular anime person. What, like their defining characteristics aren't defining enough to keep them like valid? Like you get rid of one of their accessories and all of a sudden they lose all their character? Is that what you mean? It's like I don't like, and I never have. I don't like that Oda got rid of Frankie's iconic hairstyle after the time skip. But it was also kind of necessary because Frankie had something new for you to like draw attention to, and so his hair may have been a distraction at the end of the day. But then he does that thing where he just has him have different hair every arc, and I don't really know what's up with that. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. These stickers don't tend to stick very well because they're so little on like a curved piece of plastic. It doesn't work very well. So we're gonna try to reposition this on here carefully. You just kind of like gingerly place it on there in a way that's going to stick well enough that it won't get like pulled off by me putting this helmet on. Okay, wonderful. God, this is a nice camera. Look how much detail you can see there. This camera was worth the amount of money I spent on it. For sure. Shit. Beautiful. Good head. Good head right there. I didn't clean off that nub mark as well as I should have. That kind of looks like shit, but no well. Too late to go back now. Some characters are just accessorized and they don't have like defining mannerisms and such expressions. Yeah, it's no good. It's like one of those things where like, I'm not enough of an artist to understand what makes a good character design. But I can certainly recognize a bad character design and pretty easily define why I don't like it. And 9 times out of 10, the issue is that they either don't have enough going for them or they have way too much going for them. Or a real problem that I have is when the character's like design does not reflect their personality at all. Time to get strong, have a good stream. How dare you leave me? Have fun. Have good luck. Okay, so we can probably put some of these stickers on here now, yeah? There's one big sticker that goes on the chest, so let's do that. Which one is it? It's 1 and 6. Is that correct? No, I'm reading that wrong. It's 5. Oh, Jesus. Are these water slides? No, they're not water slides. They're just those, like, vinyl stickers. These vinyl stickers are way higher quality. They tend to stick much better, but they also tend to stick much better, so you have to be a lot more careful about them. This limbless part looks funny and very round. He's a round boy. Don't round boys do? He's handsome though. He looks good. Shit. These little beam saber slots are not very good. Very easy for them to fall out of there. Kanan's stream. What's Kanan's stream? Let's take a look. I just want to see. I just want to see what Kanan's up to right now. He might be playing Dark Souls. Oh, he's playing one of the new Pokemon. He's playing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. No, shut up, Ad. Shut up. The most intelligent zombie game. Oh, is this Dying Light 2? Ad. Why am I watching this ad? I don't know why I'm looking at this. Kanan's playing Pokemon. If you're into that kind of thing. I'm not. I'm kind of just bored of Pokemon. Yeah, it surprised me. Sorry, I didn't mean to spook you. It was probably really loud on your end. My computer's really far away, so I don't hear things very loud. Apparently, I don't know if you can hear that, but someone like slammed a door downstairs and it made my window shake. I don't care about the games, I just like the cute critters. Apparently, from what I understand, like Arceus is actually getting praised pretty highly for like, you know, doing different things, and like a lot of the changes it brought were pretty good. But I'm still not gonna play it. I have no interest in it. And maybe my Pokemon, I think my Pokemon interest is dead until I see them actually like really properly try. You know, it's not enough to just switch up the mechanics. Give me an actually nice looking game, maybe. You know, I like games that look nice and feel nice. And apparently the story and like tutorial sections are an absolute fucking slog, so I don't want to subject myself to that. Fuck, there's a piece of plastic just kind of caught in this vent here. Vent among us! Oh! I don't know how I'm gonna get that out. Maybe my Q2 can get it. Oh, it got it, but then it went back in. Okay, got it. Sick. Parker's moment. Okay. Arms. We're doing arms next. These arms are probably going to be they're probably not going to be very articulatable, since I think this is based on, no, never mind. I'm looking at the arm joints right now. They will have proper articulation. Good. Usually older kits don't have good articulation, but this might be an updated version of the RX-78. I just have to create like 2 little pieces here that are going to be useful for both arms. So I'll just do that really quickly. Just make these 2 tiny little pieces. That's it. Just 4 pieces. Actually, these are internal pieces. I don't even need to get the nub marks off of them. What I think someone's gonna break it open and take a look and be like, oh, you got nub marks, motherfucker. Do it. I don't care. Boom. Easy game. Easy pieces. Reese's Pieces. Do you say Reese's or Reese's? And if you do say Reese's, why are you wrong? I just realized my microphone is probably picking up on me clicking my fingers, and I hadn't thought about that. I apologize. That's probably really annoying. Maybe I should go wide camera while I snip off pieces, so you can see what I'm doing a bit more. You can't really see it on the close-up camera. We gotta use this wide camera for something. You gotta see my dang fancy face somewhere. I'm gonna take my clippers and start cutting my hair off. It's gonna be awesome. Come back here, you little bastard. Where are you going? Man, this arm does not have a lot of pieces involved. I was detailing the strings of our blinds when you asked, but I don't see Reese's Puffs because I never speak of them. I honestly don't know which pronunciation you're referring to, but you never speak of them. What do you never have Reese's Puffs? Reese's Cups? I did say Reese's Puffs. Or did I? I said Reese's Pieces. That's what I said. Let's talk about cereal. What's your favorite kind of cereal? I always really liked Reese's Puffs. I also really like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Basically, like, really sugary filled ones. You know what I don't like? Lucky Charms, and I don't get the hype around them. Half of Lucky Charms is this like hard styrofoam dog food shit, and the other part is like stale marshmallows. I don't get the hype. They don't sell Reese's anything here. What? Reese's Cups or Reese's candies is great. I like cinnamon cereal. Is that the same as Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Jimmy's got my back. How you doing, by the way? Reese's or Cinnamon Toast Crunches is just like fucking lit. I mean, it's basically like a bowl of sugar. It's not healthy in any definition of the word, but it do be pretty good though. Chocolate is the second option. Chocolate cereal. What do you like? Count Chocula? Do you get that in Germany? Count Chocula? Boo Berry? You get any of those weird like seasonal cereals? Any of that shit? You never heard of Boo Berry? Oh man, we get these great seasonal affective disorder, which is great by the way. We get seasonal cereals here. Count Chocula, I think it's Boo Berry Crunch, and then there's a Frankenstein one, but I don't remember the name of it. And those are always really good. They're only available around Halloween. And they're super good. How's your day going? I'm doing great. Doing my first live stream using my new switcher, building a model kit. It feels good. How are you? Oh wait, you already said. I'm an idiot. Sorry, you gotta remember I forget most of the things I say like 12 seconds after I say them. We have our own brands. What do you eat like, I was about to make a really bad German joke. I'm not gonna do it. Fuck, that's really funny though. Why does my sense of humor have to be kind of fucked up sometimes? Frankenberry, that's it. Frankenberry. Boo Berry, Count Chocula, and Frankenberry. I don't even like them that much. There's just like a sense of nostalgia around like, you know, going to the store and seeing that they're on the shelves. I actually don't eat cereal like at all. I mean, I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, obviously, it's great, but I never buy it. If I do buy it, I'll eat it like twice and then it'll just go stale. I usually will have peanut butter toast or toaster strudels for breakfast. Or pancakes. I haven't made pancakes in forever because I don't have any in my pancake batter. And for some reason, even though it's the best pancake batter ever, it's not sold anywhere. You have to buy it online. Berry cereal sounds kind of bad. It isn't great. Like it doesn't taste that great. It's just like a nostalgic thing. It's like, you know me, I love Halloween, so when I see those on the shelves, it's like, yes, yes, Halloween time. You buy your batter, it's just like 3 ingredients. Yeah, but what if you can buy batter that's better than those 3 ingredients? Have you ever had Carbon's golden malted pancake batter? If you haven't, then you can't talk. Because that shit is life-changing. And besides, you still need to, you know, do some mixing. You have to add an egg, you have to add water. I mean, it doesn't take any time, but Krusties, I'm not big on Krusties. I like Carbons. And they used to sell Carbons at World Market, but eventually they discontinued it. I never understood why, because it always sold really well. People would come in specifically for it. I would come in specifically for it. While I worked there and after. Come on, you. This pen's starting to die a little bit. I have to find a new model shop. I haven't like looked around for a new model shop. I gotta find somewhere to get my model building supplies. And if I can't find one, then I guess I'll just buy them online. But I'd like to find a model shop. I don't know, the mixes I tried all sucked. Exactly. That's why you gotta go for Carbon's Golden Malted. Carbons is what most, at least in America, most diners use. It's great for pancakes and waffles. I don't have a waffle iron anymore. I gotta buy a new waffle iron. You know what I was thinking? I want to get a blender, and I want to start making smoothies and milkshakes at home. Sometimes I just have a craving, and now I don't have Steak and Shake less than 5 minutes away for me to go get some at. Jimmy, have you ever had Steak and Shake? I know the nearest Steak and Shake to here is in Reno, Nevada, so maybe you've had it. There's a good shop near the store downtown. A good shop for what? You have? Oh man, Steak and Shake is the shit. I miss it so much. Model shop. Oh, okay, sick. You have to let me know about that when I see you next. Do you happen to know if they sell Gundam kits? Because that's all I build. I've been thinking I want to build like a ship model at some point, but all of them are like unpainted, and I don't want to do any painting. I'm okay with gluing, but I don't want to do any painting. I'm lazy. Painting is hard. I painted one Gundam kit, and it took forever. Blender's great, and you can make easy sauces. They're surprisingly cheap. Like, they're not that expensive. So I don't really know why I don't have one already. But at the same time, I have so many fucking like kitchen appliances. I'm running low on counter space. You know, I've got my electric kettle. I've got my stand mixer. I've got my toaster oven and my microwave. I've got an Instant Pot. I can't even keep that on the counter. I have to like store it away. So I mean, that's all right because I don't use it that often, but. Whenever I drive between here and Nevada or Arizona, I always stop at Steak and Shake. I believe the local shop does have Gundam. That's sick. It's just like Steak and Shake is just the best. I miss it so much. When I lived in Michigan, I had a Steak and Shake that was literally like a 2-minute drive away. It was right on my way home from work. Steak and Shake is like my biggest comfort food. Whenever I was having a bad day, I just wanted a Steak and Shake. It's just like it's like a cheap, good burger, and I miss it so much. See, it's like the only thing I miss from Michigan. I don't even miss my friends as much as I miss Steak and Shake. I'll give you the names of some stores when I see you next. Perfect. Appreciate you. I have some in reserve. I didn't bring all of my Gundam kits that I hadn't built because some of them had been sitting there for a long time, and it was like anytime I went to build one, I would never be choosing them. So I threw away a lot of my old Gundam kits and I bought when I moved, but there were some I kept. This one, for example, because it cost me a fortune to import it because no one else sold it. Because why would anybody in America want a 711 RX-78, right? I mean, that's fair. Our 711s are garbage compared to Japan. You look at Discord for something cursed. You get my reaction live. I didn't tell you I got a new switcher, Sean, did I? Look at this shit. I can switch between super fast. I've got really tacky transitions. Look at that shit. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Oh, bet you didn't expect that. Bet you didn't see that coming. All right. What the fuck? I hate this. I don't know how easily I can show this on stream. Hang on a second. I know you said it was cursed. Oh, you probably couldn't hear me. My mic probably wasn't turned. Sorry. That's fucked up. I love the swipe. Do you want the crush? The crush is really bad. This is like a really bad transition. It like crushes it as it moves it to the side. It looks awful. That one's really bad. So yeah, Sean, when are you taking a train to Oregon so you can do Captain's Kitchen live with me? That's a 90s music video swipe? Oh, totally. Totally. I have decided on the recipes I'm doing for Captain's Kitchen, by the way. I've got a list made of everything I need to buy. I won't reveal it just yet, though. I'll wait for the day. But I have decided upon doing a dessert and dinner. The dessert is not cake. Because, again, I don't have hours to sit and wait for cake to bake, but you can tell me I'll keep it a secret. But wouldn't you rather have it be a surprise? What about the anticipation? What about the suspense? I'm an entertainer here. I gotta keep some secrets. But you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. I have a really good idea. I genuinely enjoy anticipation and looking forward to something. I genuinely enjoy anticipation and looking forward to something than being surprised. It's a big problem because my friends love surprises. So wait, you're saying you'll feel more excitement for it knowing what I'm going to do than you will not knowing? Is that what you're saying? Am I understanding you correctly, you fucking weirdo? Any backstory on that ring you wear? I was the only male in a jewelry class in high school, and I made this out of a fork. It is made of stainless steel, which made it extraordinarily difficult to create because I had to constantly heat it up to like super hot, and then I could get like 4 or 5 solid hammer hits in before it would cool down too much to keep bending. It was really hard to make, and I was 15 years old at the time, and it's been with me ever since. And it is covered in scratches from me like hammering the shit out of it. But I love it. And there's a lot of details that didn't get preserved because I was, an amateur and I didn't really know what I was doing. But you can see on the inside, it's got you can still sort of see the way it says stainless, right on the end there. I love doing metalwork. I really enjoyed that jewelry class. I liked doing that. I like knowing and waiting for it. All right, fine. I will reveal. I'll put my cards on the table. Are you ready? I'll put my magic cards on the table and tell you what I got coming. I'm gonna do from scratch. Ice cream mochi and a pork tenderloin garlic honey recipe. So I'm gonna be out there buying sweet rice flour, turning it into mochi, and then working that shit into those little delicious balls. And then they'll sit in the freezer while I do the pork tenderloin. Yeah, I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be really good. Because y'all know me. I love that mochi. Love that moch. I never made mochi from scratch before. It's supposed to be quite an experience because it's so fucking sticky. So we'll see how it goes. I want to do like the classic style. Like get a fucking... Get the wooden hammers and start smacking the shit out of it. But we're not going to do that. We'll do the microwave. The U method. You can get that rice flour at the Asian store not too far from work. I was planning to go check that, so I figured they would sell that. I have yet to go check it out, so I was gonna use that as my excuse to go check it out. You can keep the hammer method for when Sean comes over and sacrifices himself. You hear that, Sean? I think he left. He didn't respond to the Captain's Kitchen question, so I don't know if he's still here. That's okay. He's a busy man. Doing school and stuff. What a fucking nerd. They also have delicious fresh steamed buns there. Makes it worth going all by itself. Ooh, that does sound good. Sorry, I thought sometimes I raise stuff up close to my face and then in doing so pull it out of the camera's view. My apologies. I'm hungry now, wow. I'm glad I ate before the stream. Oh shit, I didn't cut out a piece. Hang on. Oopsie. Oopsie. I missed a piece. That's okay. I also forgot to cut out the hand pieces, so we'll just take care of all that in one fell swoop here. I'll cut back to the webcam while I do this. Hey, what's up? It's me, it's Captain Mac. I'm that guy. I'm the shit. I don't know why, but I'm the shit. 10 points to whoever knows what I'm referencing. Fuck it, I'm ordering pizza. I was about to say isn't it a bit early for pizza, but it's quite a bit later for you than it is for me, so. I haven't had pizza in a while. The last pizza I had was Little Caesars too, and Little Caesars sucks ass. But it's cheap. Sometimes I feel bad because I just like get in the zone and just start diligently working and get really quiet. But at the same time, I also know that some people don't care and just enjoy watching the process. So maybe I should just stop being so fucking self-conscious all the time and stuff. But at the same time, being self-conscious is exactly what pushes me to be better. So there's no good answer. Unfortunately, Asian grocery stores here are A, far away and don't have everything I want, and it's torture. That's unfortunate. But you do have the internet, and that means everything is available to you in some form. Just depends on how long you want to wait for it. I want to support small businesses, but if there are no small businesses available, then, I mean, believe me, I know what you're talking about. There's a reason that I buy local for my models. But if it's not available from my model shop, like the 7-Eleven Gundam, then I'll import it. Excuse me. Also, I need to read labels because I'm allergic to a lot of things. Well, that's just you being born to die, evolutionarily speaking. You know, you ever think about like not having a bad digestive system? Has that ever crossed your mind? Have you ever thought about how evolutionarily speaking you're just kind of born to die? Imagine reading labels with allergies. What's up, Jared? Is sweet chili or aioli dip better? I don't know that I have a preference, really. To be real with you. I just pray. Pray the allergy away. All right, let's see what sticker going here. This is the right arm. I need 1 and 6. Wait, 1 and 6? It do be saying 1 and 6, not 1 and 2. But wait, isn't 6 on the other side? No, that's 12. Never mind. That makes sense. I am born to die, and it's taking too long to eat. Relatable. Don't peel up the paper, just peel up the sticker. There we go. How does this need to be situated? Hang on, I gotta pull this. I gotta keep this next to me so I can kind of look at it. Okay, I see. I see. I see what you want, you son of a bitch. No, damn it. Oh no, don't fall. I'm having trouble getting the sticker on here just right. Like I said, these vinyl stickers, they stick better, but they can be a bit of a pain to apply. There we go. I probably shouldn't use the same Q-tip that's covered in ink when I put these on. Put that on our slash oddly satisfying. Look at how perfectly that sticker's on there. Beautiful. Beautiful moment. And then I need 6 on the other side. Wait, what? Hang on, what the fuck? I'm confused because right here on the instructions, it says 1 and 6. Now, mind you, I don't know what mataha means. I don't know what that says, but generally when you see 1 followed by some characters and 6, it means, you know, 1's on one side and 6 is on the other. But then here on the other side, we see that sticker 2 is on the back of the right shoulder. So what is this referring to? Over here, mataha refers to Go and 5. So there's an option. You can have Go from this sticker sheet, or you can have 5 from this sticker sheet. I went with 5. But there's no 1 on this sticker sheet, so I'm confused. I'm just gonna go with one that I see on the page. I'm just gonna go with 2. If only my dumbass was fluent already. Shouldn't have done, I guess I shouldn't have panel lined these shoulders. You can kind of see the lines through the sticker a little bit. I told you, throw this shit on r/satisfying. I'm good at applying stickers, man. I like to think I'm quite good at it. I usually get them right where they need to be. They don't fall off. There's no air bubbles. Don't give me any water slides, though. Water slides are a fucking pain in the ass, dude. I hate water slides. I'm off to read Berserk. I need that Deluxe Volume 1 and 2 quickly, so I read that Deluxe Volume 1 too quickly, so I had to get the next 2 volumes to feed my hunger for Berserk. I may not see you at work tomorrow, so if I don't, have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. See you later, bro. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good rest of your day. Is there anything else on the arm I should know about? I think that's the only sticker that goes on the arm. Wait a minute. Oh no. I have made a mistake. This is the left arm, not the right arm. Which means I put the wrong stickers on. That's okay. I'll just have to swap the ones that are on the other side. But that's wildly unfortunate. Oh no, it's gonna look really bad because now these ones are gonna be going the wrong side. Oh shit. Fuck. I could swap the shoulders. Yeah, that's an easy solution. I can swap the shoulders. It's not ideal, but it works. What's a water slide? How do I describe water slides? They're confusing. So it's like a sticker. It's a lot like a sticker, except how they work is they're made of a water absorbing paper that when they get wet, they become sticky like a decal. So how you apply a water slide sticker is you take like a Q-tip, you dip it in water, and then you put it down on the sticker sheet, and you have to literally slide the sticker off the sheet onto the piece you're trying to get it on. And then you have to make sure it doesn't get like folded over on itself or it doesn't have any creases or anything like that. And you have to kind of just like perfectly get it where it needs to go. And then just leave it to dry. Not like a stamp. Not like a stamp. It's the reason it's called water slide is literally because you get it wet and then you slide it onto the piece. And it's horrible. It's so hard to do. It's so like easy to fuck up. I've only had to do water slides for one of my kits, the Shinmusha Master Grade, and it was really hard. I don't like water slides. All right, so now we have to try to basically yank this shoulder apart so I can swap out for the other shoulder because I fucked up and put the shoulder on the wrong slide and it's gonna look really bad. That worked surprisingly easily. Okay, perfect. So now I'll just set these pieces aside. We'll use them for the other side. And then I gotta find the pieces for the other side and put them onto this one. Yeah, I don't like water slides. I mean, they look really nice once they're on, but they are so hard to do. They require like so much diligence and so much careful maneuvering. Oh, I'm gonna do mashed potatoes too. Sorry, I just blanked. I completely forgot about that. I'm gonna do mashed potatoes with the pork tenderloin because it didn't feel like enough to just have pork tenderloin. So we're gonna do mashed potatoes, pork tenderloin, and mochi from scratch. But mashed potatoes are easy, and I've done them on Captain's Kitchen before, so that won't be like, that'll just be like a quick thing I throw together. I don't even need a recipe for that. I just remember how to make those. Mashed potatoes are always a good time. They're always just a safe bet for any like meat-based dish. And they're so easy to make. All right, then we're gonna actually not panel line these because as we learned last time, the lines are gonna show through the sticker a little bit, so we will not do that. See, you can't even tell that this is the wrong shoulder piece. And actually, it actually does not change anything. It's just the only real difference is that like there's always one side that's bigger, so like this side is bigger than the other in terms of the piece. So, you know, that's the only difference between the left and right shoulder. So it doesn't matter that I fucked that up because I can just switch them. So it all worked out. Do you have models that can hold hands? I do. Some of my models have slightly articulatable hands. Usually the mask, so like obviously this one doesn't. This one has hands that are just like solidly in place. The master grades, which are larger than these, have hands that the thumb and index finger are fully just their own piece, but then like these three fingers are fused together. So you can make those hold hands. And then the perfect grade that I have been building slowly for like 2 years has fully articulated hands. So if I got another master grade, I could do that. Shoot, but this sticker's a lot smaller than the other one. So maybe I should panel line. I can't wait to get like my bookshelf and get it built so I can get some of my models back out. I feel like I miss seeing my books. I miss seeing my models. I just miss them. I mean, like obviously I still have them, but they're all in boxes. I can't look at them. So I bought one bookshelf that I'll build and put stuff up onto, and then like when I've saved up a little bit more money, I can buy the second one, because I'll definitely need two. But I'm thinking like before I had one bookshelf for books and one bookshelf for models, and I'm thinking this time I'll keep the bookshelves really close to each other, and I'll mix it up. So there's like some models and some books on each. Furnishing a place is so expensive. It really is. And I spent so much money on like the more important furniture when I first moved. And so like, you know, another part of the reason that I haven't been buying bookshelves is because like I wanted that one bookshelf in particular, but also, you know, bookshelves can be expensive. So when I finally broke down and decided I was going to buy a bookshelf, I decided I would buy one now and I'd buy another one later once I'm doing like the afterpay, like pay a little bit of it at a time too, so it doesn't have to come out of my savings or anything like that. So once that's paid off, I'll buy the next one. How long do you think you'll stay in Oregon? That's a good question. I think a lot of it actually depends on my career on Twitch and YouTube, because I really like Oregon and I have no desire to move, at least at the moment. So, you know, if my life continues in the direction that it has been, you know, with me continuing to work in retail to make my living, I can definitely see Oregon being my, you know, forever home. I really like it here. Maybe not in the town that I live in particular. I would like to move to Portland sometime, but I really like Oregon. But if, you know, Twitch and YouTube keeps going well and I'm eventually able to do that for a living, it's not impossible that I might move to California, because that's just where everybody is. That's kind of where that industry is at. And if I want to like do the networking shit a little bit better, that's kind of the place to be. But at the same time, I kind of don't like the idea of living in LA, so maybe not necessarily LA. I don't really know. I don't know. You're asking me questions that are too far ahead. I can see myself living in Oregon forever. I just don't know if I will. But at the same time, maybe I won't even stay in the United States. I never liked the United States much to begin with. It's just too expensive for me to emigrate. I think Australia would be a really cool place to live. Networking with who? I don't know, other creators. I don't know where I'll be either. Maybe you have preferences and ideas. I just want to live somewhere that I'm comfortable, you know, weather-wise. It's so, like, temperature is so important to me. I hate living in the cold so much. I will never move back north. I'll never move further north. I can see myself moving further south, but I also don't really want to live in the desert. Some of the southern parts of Australia are really, really nice, climate-wise. And Australia seems like a really nice place to live in general. So I think Australia would be a nice place to live. I can see myself moving to Australia someday. I could also see myself just moving out of the United States in general, because I don't love it here, you know. But moving out of the United States, I know it's making some kind of horrible sound when I do that. Can you hear me now? Okay, we should be good. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. The connection isn't great. I've had issues with that before. Sometimes it just comes out. What was I saying when I cut off? I think this is all the progress I'm going to do on the model today, by the way. I'm just going to sit here and speak now, I guess. Pretty good progress. We got about halfway done. I can finish the other half next stream. Said Australia is nice. Yeah, I like the idea of living in Australia. I think that would be a good climate to live in, and a good, you know, they have pretty good like, I don't know how to describe it. They're good to their people, a lot better than the United States. They took the whole coronavirus thing really seriously. Lockdown was like really intense there. Maybe too intense, but I'd say too intense is better than not intense enough, like here. Doesn't take a lot to be better than two people in the US. I know, exactly. But like, I wouldn't have to learn a new language to live there. I just have to start talking like a fucking idiot. I'm just kidding. Australian accents are actually awesome. Maybe I should build the other arm. I guess I would have to build the waist as well. And the guns. We'll build the other arm. Never mind, I'm not done. Fuck, I didn't mean to cut to black. Let's build the arm. Let's build the other arm. I'm hesitant to move because the perks of being a German citizen are pretty solid despite the shit weather and neo-Nazis. I mean, those are in America too. They're here too. I mean, I know you're not saying you'd move to America, but I'm just saying they're here too, unfortunately. It's a very, very sad day that is somehow coming back. How is that coming back? How did we not learn? What is wrong with us as a species that we decide that hating people is the hill we want to die on? Limiting others' rights is the hill we want to die on. What the fuck's up with that, huh? Can you just chill and leave people to their business? I don't know, like I like the idea of living in like England, but they have dog shit weather. So Australia is kind of what sounds nice to me. You need to throw hard punches harder, it seems. I guess so. Like I'd love to like, live in Japan or something like that, but I don't speak the language well enough to do that. Oh wait, I already did these. Never mind. I'm a dummy. Oh, fuck. Also, it would be really nice to live somewhere where, the taxes aren't as fucked as here in America. And I'm only complaining about this because I just did my taxes. But I can't like overstate how bullshit it is that here in America they, expect you to figure out how much you owe or are owed in taxes every year. But then if you do that calculation wrong, they fine you. So they know. And just like every other country in the world, they could just send you a bill or send you a check. But they don't. Because these tax companies lobbied to make sure that their businesses can stay afloat by screwing over everybody else. Like the most bullshit thing ever. I'd have to work remote if I were living in Asia because I cannot keep up with their work ethic. That is valid. For me, like the idea of living in Japan is like, same with Australia because again, it's not something I can afford the way I live now. That's like something if I were to like be able to make a living on Twitch and YouTube and not actually have to like engage in their workplace culture. Because Jesus Christ, Japan has a terrible workplace culture. Shit, I forgot to cut out the hands again. Saw the tweet of the Mappa art director saying they haven't been home in 3 days. Yeah. Yeah, you hope that you would hope that a company like Mappa, who's shitting out such great anime, would make sure that their work ethic is that their work life balance is pretty good, but just take longer on it. It's okay. I can wait for Chainsaw Man longer. Make sure it's good, but make sure you're good too, bro. Of course, the anime industry is almost as bad as the video game industry here, so it's not like we have it that much better either. Crunch culture is really fucked up. You know what else is fucked up? The whole contract worker thing. Like, I get like, you know, to be devil's advocate, I get why you wouldn't want to hire someone full-time for a temporary project or as like a proper employee for a temporary project, because it creates a lot more barriers to get rid of them if you don't need them anymore. But game companies abuse the contract worker idea for jobs that shouldn't be done by contract workers so that they feel obligated to crunch so that they can secure like a job on the next project. And that's fucked up. It's like there's that whole like, we don't have a gun to your head so we can't force you to crunch argument, but that's not true if you're holding whether or not they're going to continue working for you in, you know, as hostage for whether or not they'll work that hard. Also, some Attack on Titan fans directly sending tweets at personal accounts of staff telling how shitty they think the episode looks. Yeah, that's messed up. I just like, I don't understand where that idea comes from. I don't understand where that kind of mindset comes from. I literally, like, I can't connect with it at all. I cannot figure it out. What makes you so entitled that you believe you are owed something by someone who doesn't have control over that kind of thing? I just hate people. We all know it. I've said it over 1,000 times. I hate people. I hate their lack of empathy. Nobody owes you anything. People are smelly. People are smelly doo-doo heads. Somehow viewers see media and art as consumable in products you buy you quality. Media does not. No, it really doesn't. You're taking a risk on when you decide to pay for a piece of media. You are essentially taking a risk on whether or not it's going to be good. You don't get a refund at the movies if you didn't like the movie. That's not how it works. You made a mistake by choosing to spend money on a movie that you did not enjoy. Nobody owes you for that. I got my food delivery while you were saying humans are doo-doo. I hope they heard me, and I hope they feel bad. Did you eat your pizza then? Did you get your pizza? Is that what you got? Shit, I didn't even hit the camera so hard, sorry. Should not have gotten sweet chili because I forgot that Domino's takes chili seriously. Is it too spicy? You have Domino's in Germany? Is it as bad as it is in America? I didn't get pizza, I got the new vegan chicken strips. Oh, I see. Let's hope they're not erasers. Should have looked up a review beforehand just in case. It's always so hit or miss with fake meat. It's either not that good of meat or just terrible. Ooh, I didn't mean to press the button. Let's put all these fucking pieces together, eh? I keep having to adjust the focus because I can't use autofocus. I'm doing it manually, but then like the thing that I need you to focus on is changing. I'm whining. Baby piss boy. I didn't read reviews because I am the reviewer, but you spent money on something that might not be perfect quality. You're owed perfect quality at all times. This is the wrong piece. The strips are pretty good. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. I don't know what I'm going to eat for lunch. Probably either bagel bites or pizza rolls. I always take it pretty easy on food on Sundays because I just like to lay down and read my new chapters of manga in peace. I don't want to have to work. Saturdays I tend to cook. Yesterday I had a burger. It was a really good burger too. I did a good job on that. I can't get this fucking piece to go on. You know, I'm just going to put it on the other piece instead because there's a proper spot to put it on. Boom. Boom jams. Easy. What do you put on your burger? I had a better one, a no lettuce, no pickles burger. A better what? A better burger? What do you put on your burger? My burgers are simple. I just like meat, cheese, ketchup, and mayo. If you're getting a burger at like a restaurant, you know, I'll get one of the fancy burgers that have more stuff on it. But when I'm making burgers at home, I make it pretty simple. Because when I make burgers, the focus is on the meat. You know, I like to make good meat. I like to season my meat really well. You know, I get oregano, paprika, both smoked and unsmoked, cayenne pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, salt and pepper. I do it up on the meat side, so the meat flavor really comes out. I'll fry it up in a pan with butter, so the juices stay all locked in. Exactly. Yeah, I put my focus on the meat, but when I get a burger at a restaurant, they tend to focus on, you know, the accessories. You know, they'll make a decent burger. You know, the patty will be fine, but they'll focus on like, oh, get our bourbon barbecue burger with bacon and our signature sauce and Gouda cheese. And that's all great. It's just that when I make burgers at home, I tend to focus on the meat part. What kind of bun do you like? I usually just get a regular, I don't know, like bread bun. Pretzel buns are okay. I don't like how tough they are. Brioche buns are gross. I don't like brioche. Brioche is like spongy and weird, and I don't know, I'm not into it. Boom! He have torso. Look at that torso looking boy. I don't dislike sesame buns, but I'm not huge on the sesame seeds. I like crunching them in my mouth. What a pretty looking boy. What a good old RX-78 with some nice 7-Eleven branding. Oh. This chair is not comfortable for sitting for a long time. I bought these chairs just because they're cheap, but they are not great for like sitting for long periods. Ugh. I had a brioche burger bun once. The brioche was so good, I actually asked for just the bun. Really? I'm not big on brioche. A lot of people like it. I know I'm the odd one out. I'm not big on it personally. I feel like toasted brioche is definitely better than just plain brioche, but I'm still just not huge on it. French pastry I don't think I've ever had a French pastry burger bun before. Maybe I'll have to try that. Hear my fingies cracking. Because I've been doing all this delicate work. Probably need a new blade before long. This is getting kind of dull. Brioche is French. Well, I know brioche is French, but when you said French pastry, I thought you were referring to like a different kind of bun that I hadn't heard of before. I thought it was like a French pastry bun. Rude. Well, there we go. That was the first Switcher live stream. I meant all French. I get what you mean now. I don't know that I would 100% agree with you, but I get what you mean now. There we go. That was the first Switcher live stream. Went really well. Went really, like, everything just worked. I feel like every time I do like a test stream, there tends to be some issue that rears its ugly head that I have to figure out, but this just kind of worked. So that's good. I'm glad that's a thing. I don't think, like, except for my microphone unplugging that one time, everything just kind of worked really well. So that's good. I'm glad about that. I made sure I got like all the right cables and everything just to make sure this would work perfectly. You want to see what I don't know how easily I can show this. I need to run power and an HDMI cable to my GoPro. Right now the GoPro is being used as a wide camera, so that's fine. It can just sit there and it doesn't need to move. But when I'm doing Captain's Kitchen, it's gonna be mobile. So I didn't want to have to like worry about getting the cords tangled together. So what I did was, and I'll try my best to show this here, I took the power cable and the HDMI cable that I bought for the GoPro, and I zip tied them together. So it's like it's one cable, so there's no risk of it getting like tangled together. Like I tried to make sure everything was just gonna work really well and not be a problem, and just like everything would just be good, so I could just do my little switchy thing. And like everything would just work. And it seems to have worked out. All the like the random shit I bought to make this work has worked out. Everything's just good. And that's a good thing. So then next week we can do Captain's Kitchen, and the wide angle will be a better quality because we'll have my proper camera. The switcher definitely amped up stream quality enjoyment. I'll agree. Like my main issue with like doing these Gundam streams has always kind of been, I never felt like I had a good angle on doing this. And so, you know, I was always able to show like the micro stuff pretty well, be able to like show you the closest stuff pretty well. But if I needed to like show the fucking box or show you the instructions, or, you know, when I was clipping runners, it was always just kind of awkward. But now I can, you know, widen it out and show you what I'm doing better. And I really like that. I really like that I can like show my face and speak into the camera and show things a little more easily. This is really good. I really like this. I'm excited to do. So we'll do Captain's Kitchen next week. The week after that, I'll probably do a magic or a card opening stream, most likely magic cards. And the week after that, we could probably do another model building stream and finish this guy up. And I don't know for sure if I'll break out the switcher once a week, every week, because it is a lot to set up. You know, I have to get my lights set up. I have to run all these fucking cables everywhere. I have to move my monitor. Like I've hidden it very well, but I have my computer monitor over here, and I have an HDMI cable running all the way to my computer, and I bought an extra power cord so I wouldn't have to like move a bunch of stuff to make this work. But that's just so I can see OBS and Twitch and all that. You know, it's a lot to set up, so I don't know if I'll do this every week, but maybe like 3 out of 4 weeks per month we can do some kind of switcher live stream. Yeah, we could just, you know, we could switch between card opening, model building, and Captain's Kitchen, and then take a break week. And then if there's some other thing I want to do, it can replace either model building or card opening. I don't know. Like I said, you know, I spent the money on this thing. I want to use it. Switcher streams means it's not a game, so I can say more. Switcher streams means that I don't have to play games all the time, because sometimes I don't want to play a game. And I can do more interactive stuff. And it'll be cool. And it'll be fun. But yeah, I am very glad to see that everything just kind of worked today. I did a lot of like research and planning beforehand to make sure everything would just work. So it makes me happy when it just works. Hot tub streams, for example, I could set up in my bathtub. It's not impossible. I don't know what I would do. What do hot tub streamers do? They just show their tits so they can get subs, right? I don't have tits, so I can't get subs doing that. What would I do? I don't know why this is up in the end frame. I must have bumped the GoPro when I was over there looking at it, but smoothly changed from kitchen to hot tub. It wouldn't be hard since my bathroom's right next to my kitchen. You can sing songs? I don't think anybody would want that. I'm not a good singer. Except for you. You always used to like when I sang. I don't sing as much as I used to. I used to do improv songs just to fill in the air because I was self-conscious about my ability to fill in dead air. So now that I feel more confident, I don't do it as much. Kind of an unfortunate casualty, I suppose. Singing is fun. Yeah, but if I played the songs, I would get copyright strikes, so it would just be me singing without any instrumentals, and it would sound really bad. Or do you just mean the improv stuff? I just don't feel I need to do it as much anymore, I guess. It was literally like anytime I would do like an improv strong in a video back in the day, it was because I was sitting there like freaking out, like I don't have anything to say. I don't have anything to say. What am I gonna do? I need to fill in the dead air. And I would start singing a song. And now I don't feel the need to do that so much. People send you words and you make up a song about it. Be interesting, I guess. I don't know. Singing a song when nervous. Brooke Kinney? What does Kinney mean? Does that mean I'm like Brooke? It was just an easy way to fill in dead air. It was an easy, and like, you know, the joke of the song or whatever didn't need to be good if the song itself sounded okay. Means you're like them, I suppose so. Who did I get for my One Piece character when I did my personality quiz thing? It wasn't any of the Straw Hats. it was other people. I don't remember who. I think I got Conus. Anyway, I'm gonna go read the newest chapters of manga, and then I'm gonna watch Attack on Titan with Sean. So thank you for stopping by on the first Switcher live stream, first model building live stream in a long time. I appreciate it as always. And I'll see you later. I'll see you next week for Captain's Kitchen, where we're gonna make mochi and pork tenderloin. Have a good day.